First of all, welcome to the channel and thank you for stopping by. When time permits, please consider subscribing. I would greatly appreciate it. What we're here to do today is install a tail rack on my 790 Adventure. Now, the 790 and 890 actually come with a relatively decent rack, but it's a little bit too narrow in the back, and where it's very limited is in, it just has a few in the back and no decent side connections. So we're going to go with the NICECNC tail rack for these bikes. This is going to give me more spaces than I could ever need to tie things down. Now, I don't always have bags on my bike. Sometimes I want a small tail bag, sometimes I want nothing and I want to be able to quickly throw a small bag on there. Other times I want to bring a duffel with me. And the reason I went with the NICECNC was if I'm using a bunch of different bags, I need a bunch of different places to connect them. And this NICECNC product is absolutely going to give me that. Now, another benefit with this product is it doesn't attach to the top of the other rack, which two of the ones I looked at did. I wasn't interested in adding to the rack I already had. I wanted a replacement part. Another reason I wanted to go with the NICECNC was it allows you to keep or not keep the grab rails that come on the 790 and the 890. While I rarely have someone sitting on the back that's going to need those grab rails, I do use that grab rail to lift the bike. That said, when I go with racks on the side, I won't necessarily need those for leverage. So I wanted to get something like the NICECNC that allows me to have the rails if I want them and not have them if I don't. And it does that by offering multiple pieces of hardware, the spacers and the actual hardware inside. So you can go back and forth to having the rails and not having them, depending on how you like the look of the bike or what you actually need for your pillion. Let's go ahead and put it on first with the grab rails and get a look at it. Now, what I do like about this here, and I mentioned it earlier, is if you're lifting this bike, it's really great to be able to grab the front of the bike by the handlebars, grab this right here, and lift the bike. They're solid and absolutely helpful. But again, as I mentioned, when I put my racks on, still waiting for those, I'll probably take those off. Now, let's get a look at what this looks like without those, and then we'll test fit some of my bags. And here we have it without the grab handles, and this is the first time I've put it on without the handles, and I really prefer the look. This may just stay this way. Let's try some bags. And here we have a standard tail bag. Uses the spaces in the front well. I've gone ahead and used the last one. I think that is an exceptional fit. So if you are someone who's using a street style bag, I use this one sometimes to go to work, things I have to pack at the grocery store. 4 connections, easy to get on, easy to get off, works perfectly with the NICECNC tail rack. Now, this right here is my oldest bag. It is shaped and sized perfectly for my Microsoft Surface. That's what I use for work. It fits in here great. If I'm taking the bike just to work, this is what I'll put on it. Now, I've had it so long that I have lost or broken all of these straps, and I now just use these rubber coated metal tie downs. They work great. They work fine hooking through. And this bag is going to work just fine with this NICECNC tail rack. This here is my Kemimoto expandable 35-liter bag. I haven't used it very often on an adventure bike, but I just wanted to show you that even a 35-liter bag sits quite easily on the tail rack. Now, this right here is what I call my travel bag. If I am traveling on the bike and I have no intention of camping, this is what I bring my clothes, etc. in so that they will stay dry, because never leave on your bike assuming that you're not going to get rained on. And again, these side mounts are fantastic. This is going absolutely nowhere. Again, the rack is going to be great regardless of the size of the bag. And here we have the king of all bags that I own, my Kemimoto 50 liter. And this sits happily on the NICECNC tail rack. I've got rock straps holding it down. I'm too lazy to pull out the other two, but just to show you, I can put overnight camping in this bag, and I have, and I will certainly do so again. It's going to be great to not have to worry about bringing panniers, the extra weight, the extra width, and some of the forests I ride in. So I know you can get one of these up to about 85 liters, but if you're 50 or 55, this rack is going to work just fine for you. And finally, because my hobby is YouTube, I need a case that will keep all of my cameras and microphones and SD cards and chargers dry. And my choice for doing that is always a large, gaudy case from Harbor Freight. Orange because, well, I do ride KTM. And as you can see here, I will put 6 bolts through here, and this fits extremely well. Okay, what we have here is a comparison in the size between the stock plate and the NICECNC. Looking at the stock tail rack, you can see that it has very few points to tie anything down, and it lacks any significant width to hold a larger bag. Whereas when we come over to the NICECNC tail rack, we have many, many tie-down points, making it a significant improvement. Okay, so there you have it. This is the NICECNC aluminum tail rack for the 790 and 890 Adventure. I believe after checking with every bag I use, it's an incredibly flexible product, and regardless of what bags I buy in the future, I'm going to be able to attach it to this. There are simply, well, not endless, not literally, but virtually endless ways you can tie things down to this rack. And I do believe that it's certainly better than the other two ones I was looking at. It has at least twice as many places to tie things down and many places to bolt through if you're looking for a hard case, a Pelican case, a Harbor Freight case like I use. So I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions about the NICECNC tail rack, and certainly by the time I post this, I will have taken it on a trip or 3, please don't hesitate to ask down in the comments. All right, if you stuck around, thank you. I appreciate it, and take care.